Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And today we'll be talking about Lucid Air. We talk about the Lucid Group stock. And there are some things that occurred about a month ago. They did a merger with Churchill Capital 4. That's Churchill Capital 4. And Churchill Capital 4 is one of those blank check companies. And we're going to look into the merger and also where we predict that the stock price will actually go. And I think it's important that right now the stock look like though it's struggling because the IPO came out around $25 a share. And right now it's at $23 a share. And some people are trying to decide whether you should invest in Churchill Capital 4 or should you invest in the Lucid Group. So basically, let's get into this, family, because I think there's a lot of money to be made here. So when I'm looking at the Lucid Group, this is over the past year. Over the past year, the Lucid Group has been up 123%. Now, it came out September 18th, 2020, and I did cover this. And slowly but surely, the stock started to make some way and gain. Back in February, it reached up to $58. Okay, it reached up to $58 per share. Then they had some problems with manufacturing. They had some issues with their product line, and then the drop significantly here down to 22 something dollars. Now, right now, it's under $23, but in the past year, it still has been above 123%. And I tell guys, you really want to go in on these IPOs that I'm giving you because look, from $10, you still have made double your money. Let's get into it. Now, for you guys who are not familiar with Lucid Air, they are a luxury electric car. It says right here that Lucid Group manufactures electric vehicles. It designs, develops, and builds energy storage systems for electric vehicles and supplied automakers with the battery pack system needed to power hybrid plug-in and electric vehicles. The company was founded in December 2007. It's headquartered in Newark, California. Okay, California. The listed name for Lucid is Lucid Group, and it's a common stock. Now, some information about this particular stock, ladies and gentlemen, is that this Lucid Group has originally started off as a Chinese battery company. Then it was bought out by an American, and he stationed this in Newark, California. But originally, this was a Chinese battery company. Okay, this will give you guys a little bit of history about the stock. Now, moving on. Other people in this sector are like NEO, ChargePoint, as well as XPeng. That's the XPEV stock. That's another Chinese electric vehicle. And then this will give you a brief history about Churchill Capital, the company that Lucid Group actually merged with. And instead of Churchill Capital taking on the name because they're a blank check company, they're falling under the Lucid brand, okay? But nonetheless, here is Churchill Capital. When they first came out, there was around $10, but they're absolutely down right now too. But they did spike up to $10.61. Now, very quickly, it says that Churchill Capital is a blank check company formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purchase, reorganization, or similar business combination with one or more businesses. The company was founded by Michael Klein back last year of 2020. Now, there's not too much about this, but they have a lot of Churchill Capitals, as you can tell. This is Churchill Capital 4, the one that merged with Lucid Group. But as you can tell, they have Churchill Capital. They also have Churchill Capital 7. So they have a lot of Churchill Capitals. And the reason why they made up these companies are a bunch of rich guys with blank checks. That's why they call it a blank check company. That they rank blank checks and say, we're going to merge with you. We're going to fall under your brand. These companies, this was shell companies to fund and back some other large organizations who are making actual tangible products. These are intellectual companies. These are intellectual property stocks. Okay. There's a bunch of people with a bunch of money. Now, let me show you. Give me a second, family. Let me show you their website. This is Churchill Capital website. This is it. This is it. This is Churchill Capital 4 website. That's it. Okay. So if you go even to about, it tells you basically, and that's it, that this is a SPAC company. Okay. That this is a SPAC company. This is one of those acquisition companies. That's all they do is acquisition other companies and fund other companies. There's not too much to see here. Okay. If you go through, all they do is one pagers. That's all it is. One page, one page, one page. There's nothing you can do with this particular stock. So understand that this is the stock that merged with the Lucid Group, okay? With the Lucid Group, okay? That's what. And if for you guys who are not familiar with the Lucid Group is a car company that they're battling and they're going back and forth with Tesla. Now, if you guys want a little bit more about the Lucid Group, this is what the Lucid Air is. This is their first car to come out. Now, they're telling you to start from $70,000 because just like a Tesla, they'll tell you that a starting point, but you know that these vehicles are absolutely expensive. But this is Tesla on drugs. This is Tesla on steroids because this is luxury at its best. And the maximum power is 1,080 horsepower with a range of over 500 miles, okay? Which is absolutely phenomenal, okay? This is absolutely phenomenal. And they have different colors. Here's the Air Pure. That's around $70,000 at 480 horsepower with 406-mile range. If we continue on, they got the Air Touring. That's $87,500, 620 horsepower. Okay, same amount of miles. You have the Air Touring. This is $131,000, almost $132,000 at 800 horsepower with 517-mile range. And then you have the Air Dream Edition, which is $161,500, $1,080 horsepower and 503-mile range. Okay, it looks like the only one that I could possibly afford is an Air Pure. That's the only one that I can possibly afford is an Air Pure. But you see the price, you see the different models, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the luxury is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the reason why I'm giving you guys, I'm gonna go off camera here because I see that I'm lagging. I'm gonna go off camera here, guys, so I can get me some more bandwidth back. But nonetheless, these cars are absolutely beautiful. So what I also want you to look into is the luxury of these vehicles. You have to understand the luxury of these vehicles. I want to show you some other things here. Here's some large numbers for you to look at. Okay, approximately minutes to charge, 20 minutes for 300 miles. Remember I was telling you guys how they're increasing the hypercharging, the supercharging, how they're going to get it down to 20 and 30 minutes. So right now, Lucid Air has it at 20 minutes for 300 miles, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, granted, at a gas tank, you might spend anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, depending on what type of vehicle you have. Now, for an electric vehicle that's electric, 20 minutes is not long compared to 45 minutes to an hour like it used to be. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. I'm right here, family. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. You got the second quarter mile at 9.9, 500 plus. I mean, this vehicle is absolutely phenomenal. Is this the Tesla killer? I can't say that just yet. They still have to build a large infrastructure. But when it comes to luxury and performance, they're definitely battling with Tesla. Now, as you can tell, this whole panel back here is all LCD or LED. Okay, they have all sorts of connectivity. They're making it more luxury. So they have all LCD panel. And this is what Tesla has moved to. If you notice, the first Teslas, they had that long 17-inch rectangular monitor. Now they're breaking it up just like this because this is where the electric vehicle car market is going. Okay, they're showing you right here that the glass cockpit display is a 34-inch 5K display. Okay, some of you are not even have 4K TVs yet, but they have a 34-inch 5K display. Then it says over-the-air software updates, 21 speakers, and it's Alexa enabled. So you like Alexa, and I just probably messed up everybody's smart devices. My apologies. Charging, it says right here, and I just told you this information that Lucid Air began as a battery company and now helps power the world's most advanced electric race cars. Okay, thanks to their proprietary technology, they can actually charge this vehicle up in 20 minutes and give you 300 miles right here. 20 minutes, 300 miles. ultra fast 900 volt charging system. They have 2,400 chargers through Electrifying America and bi-directional charging capabilities. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It says features and specs. Let's look into that. Features and specs very quickly. I want to educate you on the car so you understand your investment, okay? Now, some of these things, it says full-time all-wheel drive. It has a top speed up to 168 miles per hour. The base models have, with the Air Pure, 480 horsepower. I don't really need to go any more than that. I don't need another. Why do I need all that horsepower? I'm driving a sedan myself. Right now, my sedan is over 300, and it's enough for me. It's definitely enough for me. They tell you about the efficiency. They tell you about the aerodynamics if you guys are like car nerds. And car nerds is actually a positive thing. The word nerd should always be positive. Nerd means that you're about your business, that you study, that you know the vivid details, and it means something to you. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some cool acronym out there for nerds. But anyway, you have your combined charging system. What else could be profitable here? Charging speed up to 1,200 miles per hour peak charging speeds. We already talking about how many miles you can get with each charge, but all the information is right here for you guys to look at, okay? I don't want to bore you with this particular information, but we need to understand that it's very, very profitable. Good morning, Jermaine Anderson, as well as Prime Mix. Nice to see you brothers here this morning. Now, let's get into the numbers. Let's get into the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Year to date, Lucid Group is up 125% in the past 3 months, almost 20%. As you can tell to the far right here on Market Watch. When we go over to Yahoo Finance, what they're saying is that short-term, mid-term, and long-term, the first half of it is going to go down. It's going to be a decrease, and it has been decreasing. So this is very, very accurate. Long-term is going to move sideways. Okay, it's going to move sideways. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you to do what? What you think I'm going to do? Nope, I'm going to wait for a little bit. Just hold on. Now, I'm going to read a little bit of this story, so please bear with me. Don't turn off, because this is important for your investments. You need to know where your money is going to be invested. I'm going to start off right here. So it says, based on a fully diluted share count of 1.62 billion shares and a share price of 23, Lucid Group is valued at $37 billion today. It says LCID share price of 23 is significantly about what the Churchill Capital investors who bought early on had to pay less than $10 or roughly $10, but shares have fallen quite a lot from where they were at peak at $65 a share. Those that bought into the Churchill Capital looking to get a piece of Lucid at the peak of the hype are down well above 50% to date. And it's likely that it will not get their original investment back in the near term, as there is no good reason for Lucid to climb back to $65. At this would value the company at $105 billion. Way too much. I believe for where Lucid Motors is right now, there is no consensus price target information about for Lucid right now, due to the fact that not a lot of Wall Street firms are covering the company so far. We can expect this to change in the foreseeable future. We can expect for this to change in the foreseeable future. Okay. However, as interest the company should rise once deliveries of its Air model begin, which should lead to more coverage. Okay. So what is giving you, family, is giving you that foreknowledge that is telling you we can expect for this to change. And this is how a lot of stocks become hot. And they start to rocket is because they start talking about it. And all of a sudden you're like, hey man, have you heard about NEO? It went from $3 to $30. And this is why you have to get in on the stock right now. Me personally, I wouldn't buy in. Okay, I wouldn't buy in on a Churchill Capital. I know a lot of you guys see the low price and you guys want to get in on Churchill Capital. They're going to be merged with Lucid Air, but you may lose some of your profit there. They're going to merge in with Lucid Air. Okay, I keep saying Lucid Air because that's the car, but Lucid Group is a stock. So some of y'all, I can get in at half the price for $10, and when they merge, my stocks will jump up. That's not necessarily true. Me personally, I will go ahead and invest in Lucid Group right now while it's under $23 per share. That's what I would do. Okay. Now, here's the other part of the first story that we're talking about. We can expect for it to go up in the foreseeable future. Now, this is coming in investorplace.com. Lucid will is an action word. Lucid will take off when it delivers its first models. Okay. And I'm not going to read a lot of this, but they're talking about how Lucid stock opened at $25 on July 26th and is trading now for about $23.50. Okay, right now it's under, $22.90. And then we get into it. It talks about Tesla, the merger with Churchill Capital provided the company with access to over $4.4 billion in cash. Again, Churchill Capital is a blank check company with a bunch of rich people putting their money together to invest in merger and acquisition of other companies that need their dollars. Okay, these people are not just merging with a company to lose their money. They know that the future investment will turn out very, very profitable. I want you to think about that. So you have to think with an investor's mind frame. See, right now the stock is down. We're actually underwater, but we know that where the market is going. See, an investor is almost like a fortune teller. They know where the markets are going. Everything is turning, if you saw my cigar talk last night, everything is turning to machine learning and automated. That's all IT. That's all information technology. Okay, that's why I was telling you guys last night. Get yourself and your kids and your family into coding or software language or learning certain platforms like Raspberry and Linux and even things like a Snowflake has to offer. We have to look into these things because everything is moving to technology. Okay, everything is moving to technology. An electric vehicle is just a big vehicle that's built off of technology, nothing but software. Now, I mean, you might want to get into learning how to build cars because the car market is about to blow up. Let's get into it. However, the price attention has not yet pleased shareholders who have put capital into the stock in recent weeks. Lucid shares surged more than 10% on the first day of trading, but they have swiftly given up those gains. Let's move down. Now, I talked to you about XPeng. And the ticker for XPeng was the Chinese electric vehicle car company is XPEV. It says all about the future growth potential. Future growth potential. All these keywords that they're telling you. Most EV pure plays such as NIO, XPeng are not yet profitable. While Tesla has reached profitability, it is still difficult to make a meaningful valuation on a price earning basis as it trades at 147 times forward earnings, about 370 times trailing GAAP profits. The same holds true for Lucid, which has only generated negligible revenue so far. Lucid Air is highly anticipated. It says that currently Lucid has more than 11,000 paid reservations for luxury cars, 11,000 paid reservations, representing almost 1 billion in anticipated sales. The Lucid Air has not started production, but has recently concluded its pre-production phase. Again, we're looking at all of these companies, how Amazon has backed Rivian. I told you guys about the Rivian. Remember that functional sort of forestry outdoors truck with the middle of the truck can pull out. I'm jumbling my words because I had some pictures for you guys, but Rivian R1T is that really functional outdoorsy camping truck that I gave you guys the stock on that too. And Amazon backed them. So when we're looking at Lucid Group, this is a luxury car. Now, Tesla has somewhat rumored about making a luxury Tesla because people just like Tesla because of the electric vehicle. I mean, I've been inside of a Tesla. There's really no bells and whistles. They're really nice cars, built really well. The only issues I've seen with Tesla so far is that when you have an issue with your Tesla, you have to wait a very, very long time to get it fixed. They don't have a lot of shops that can actually fix a Tesla. So a lot of people are just going with the hype, and I hope nothing happens to your vehicle because believe me, there's a long wait to get your Tesla fixed. So eventually a lot of mechanics, and this goes into the job market as well, a lot of mechanics are going to IT schools. They're becoming software and data and mechanical engineers because, again, when they're fixing these vehicles, it's not just about the hardware, it's about the software too, okay? So a lot of this is advanced technology when it comes to vehicles. So again, there's many ways you can invest in this. You can invest your time and get a certification, when it comes to your ASE certification and data engineering with electric car vehicles, or you can invest in Lucid Group. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much what I have for you today. I believe that you guys can be very, very profitable. But again, this is a long-term investment. Good morning, Wendell. Nice to see you, brother. But this is a long-term investment. I don't want you to think, well, man, Ross, when I'm going to receive a return, I don't know. The people who invest in this company, they don't even know. They have predictions. They're saying, hey, when we start rolling out certain lines of these luxury electric vehicle car by Lucid Group, we should start seeing a return anywhere from 1 to 3 years. When the investors invest, when I'm talking about these billion-dollar investors like the Churchill Capital Group, I don't care what number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't care, because they're all the same amount of people just gathering their money together. What they're doing is they're saying, hey, it's okay if I don't receive a return in the next 3 years. Because investors invest long term. Every now and again, people get lucky to invest inside of a stock, then it blows up within a year. But more times than not, most investors are looking for a return within the 3 years. Okay. Some even say 5, but 3 years is about where they want to start seeing a return, because they know the first 3 years is going to be the roughest, where they're going to be using out majority of their money. Okay. So they anywhere between 3 to 5 years, they should say, okay, about 3 to 5 years, we start seeing a good return. We're start getting our money back plus profit. All right. This is Financial Literacy 101, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is the future and you should invest in it. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great, wonderful hump day. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.